俺がデビルマン。お前をぶち殺す。
なんてブワーティーなセリフ。
行くぞ。
Number 20, Gundam Build Fighters Battle Log.
最後の一撃だ。
Aside from the interconnected stories of the Universal Century, most entries in the Gundam vs. Long catalogue are strictly separate, with the only common thread being giant robots kicking the crap out of each other, at least until Sunrise decided that everyone should have a chance to fight each other.
もらった。誰が。まさか変形して高速移動してくるとは。それだけ出力が高いということだ。
Thus we have this OVA, where the main takeaway is that we get to see two of Gundam's biggest villains, Char and Ribbons, battle it out. Either that, or the creators made this whole thing purely to address that they were in on the joke that both Ribbons and Amuro share the same voice actor.
貴様を止めに来たに決まっている。なぜリボンズという男は貴様と同じ声をしていたのだ。他人の空にだろう。
Number 19, Mameshiba plus Various.
じゃあちょっと豆柴、あんたちゃんと仕事しなさいよ。
まあいいじゃねえかルーシー。簡単に語れないくらい熱い物語ってことだろな、ハッピー。
We shouldn't be surprised by the anime scene these days, but we still are. Basically, Mameshiba are tiny sentient green beings that look like dogs, who randomly appear and give random facts to folks about to munch down on them.
むにゃーん。
That's it. Not sure how this captured the imagination of the powers that be, but this little green bastard somehow had the pull to bring in the likes of Fairy Tail, Gintama, and others. It's about as weird as you'd expect. If we didn't know any better, we'd think this was a gag Gintoki thought up.
銀さんのはもともと豆柴サイズだよね。
なわけねえだろ。お前のメガネ曇ってんじゃねえの。
Number 18, Kaginado.
何これ、ツッコミ待ちっすか。
ここで突っ込めたら勇者だろ。
The chibification of anime characters is not a new thing, though it seems to have found its feet now that there are more series than the industry knows what to do with. Case in point, this Chibi Fest, which combines the likes of anime such as Air, Canon, Clannad, Little Busters, and even Angel Beats.
だから私たちはぶち壊す。クソったれな神が作ったこの世界を。
Not exactly the collective sequel everyone was hoping for, but if you're eager to revisit some of this property's icons, it's a harmless watch.
マサト、ケンゴ。
リキ。
Number 17, Infinity Force.
何？ヒーローショー？
At long last, the Avengers of Tatsunoko Productions. For those who aren't fans of golden oldies, this series is a CGI Smash Bros. Union of the biggest stars under the Tatsunoko banner, including the protagonists of Science Ninja Team Gatchaman, Kasan, Hurricane Polymar, and even Tekkaman.
誰なんだお前らは。話は後だ。
What's the result? A fun romp if you're a die-hard fan of those classics and enjoy seeing some of them bounce off one another. Though be warned, it does come with an unnecessary and useless original character the Tatsunoko Bros have to constantly rescue.
僕の願いはアボカドのクリームパスタの味を知ることだ。
Number 16, Inazuma 11 and Despicable Me. Those minions truly are everywhere, in what might just be one of the craziest power plays. To advertise the changing time slots, the studio behind this long-running, light-hearted anime soccer series decided to integrate the characters from Despicable Me. Why? We have no idea. All we know is that Gru and the minions kept slipping into these bite-sized commercials. Does this mean we can expect more Illumination properties to start randomly showing up? We're not ready for the Secret Life of Pets Anime Edition. Number 15, Reborn and Elive Special. It must be nice seeing Akira Amano or any other mangaka that has 2 of their works animated, let alone combined into a promo video to help boost sales. While the shonen superpowered mafia series Reborn ended way back when, it was brought back briefly with crisp-looking animation in order to help draw attention to a then upcoming adaptation of Amano's sci-fi cop series Elive. Not sure about you, but seeing Suna and the Familiar again just made us nostalgic. Hurry up and adapt the final arc already, you cowards. Number 14, Gundam vs Hello Kitty. Yeah, turns out that the one who actually ended the 100-year war was this plush kitty icon. As a way to celebrate Gundam's 40th and Hello Kitty's 45th anniversaries, the 2 titans of the toy line gave us the crossover that marketing departments had been waiting their entire lives for. Hopping over to the universe next door, Kitty endeavors to make friends with everyone in order to stop the intergalactic conflict, teaming up with Amuro along the way. Wonder what Kitty thinks of the whole Zeon situation.
行こうガンダムアムロレイ行きます
Number 13, Mazinger Z vs Devilman. Given just how vastly different these are in genre and story, you wouldn't think Go Nagai's works would meld very well together. But it didn't stop the studios from trying though, since they pitted the darkness of Devilman against the pioneer of all mecha way back in the 70s. Does this combo work wonders? You be the judge. While it does have some manner of bloody action, it's nothing compared to Devilman's roots. But if you're a Go Nagai nut, then go nuts.
Mazinger Z 対 Devilman にご期待ください。
Number 12, Tsubasa Chronicle. Clamp and their characters have been constructing their own in-house universe longer than most, with the height of their hubris being this en masse crossover that features more recycled characters than they know what to do with.
俺にできることはないですか
While it features the cast of Cardcaptor Sakura, Holic, and even Chobits, they're reimagined into a newfound fantasy setting with plenty of filler, lots of fluff, and not too many reasons to stick around, since even Clamp's core audience agreed that the manga was much better. Kudos for the attempt though.
Sakura, 助けてください
Number 11, Gintama plus the disastrous life of Saiki K.
これ何やるか
前にこの枠にいたやつの忘れ物だろ。
何を言ってるんだこいつらは
When it comes to fourth wall breaks, these two are kings. So it only makes sense that one would hijack the other in one of the funniest cameos in recent memory. Interrupting Saiki's opening monologue just to gloat about their new time slots, the folks over at Odd Jobs Gin do what they do best and completely steal the spotlight.
あいつらがっつり番宣までしていきやがった
While they are somewhat gone in the blink of an eye, the fact that they got one over on the world's ultimate psychic in such a blasé way is all kinds of hilarious.
いきなり取り乱してしまったなさてお手軽なコラボも終了したところでいつも通りの日常に戻るとしよう
Number 10, It's a Rumic World, 50th Anniversary Weekly Shonen Sunday.
うるせえ俺は男だ
It's a cluster of gags involving a bunch of classic anime icons that barely reaches over the 3-minute mark. Basically, a barrel of fun for old school fans.
この時代にも鬼がいたのか
みんな楽しんでってほしいっちゃ
You've got the unexpected trifecta of Inuyasha, Ranma 1/2, and Urusei Yatsura all colliding, and considering how many of those contain hotheads with a knack for battle, it isn't long before everyone starts throwing hands. That, and we get to see Lum, Kagome, and female Ranma again, each with beautifully updated visuals, so there's a bonus. Number 9, Cyborg 009 vs Devilman.
アーモンじゃねえ。俺は貴様らデーモンを狩る者。デーモンだ。
Now here's a crossover in the making, one that stretches back decades. Might sound a bit out there to have Go Nagai's demonic anti-hero butting heads with a group of rather aesthetically challenged machines, but the result is actually lit in the most unexpected of ways.
やっと暴れられるか。デーモンか。殴れる悪魔など怖くない。
From a visual standpoint, it's rather outstanding, leading itself to some impressive fight scenes where we see Hell battle it out with the power of science. Ironically, it's also Devilman's least soul-shattering on-screen venture since his cutie honey cameo. About time Akira got off lightly. Number 8, Goku vs Arale. An off-the-wall battle spells the end of the Earth. Dragon Ball Super. It's not the first time that Goku has interacted with an adorable robot that somehow surpasses the strength of all Saiyans, but this most recent collab was far away the funniest. Not only does Arale prove herself to be the strongest being in existence, but does so at the explicit expense of Vegeta. Poor guy gets his ass handed to him by a mechanical elementary schooler. Throw in some great gags courtesy of Beerus, and while this filler episode may be wholly jarring, by itself it's a solid laugh. Number 7, Carnival Phantasm.
おそらくあれがキャスターのマスターだと思うんだが、ちょいと鎌をかけてみる。
The Fate franchise is many things: convoluted, confusing, gorgeously animated, and more depressing than a graveyard. Not the kind of place you expect to see off-the-wall comedy, which is what makes this spin-off feel so out of the blue. Essentially, any and all masters and servants from across the Fateverse, along with characters from Tsukihime and other Type Moon franchises, are thrown into an endless slew of parodies and slapstick.
俺がルールだ。
We definitely don't recommend you start with this one, but if you want to see the cast actually smile for once, it's worth checking out. Number 6, Isekai Quartet. This shouldn't have worked. There was no way putting several fundamentally different anime into a high school setting with a chibi art style was going to work, especially if the only thing to connect them was the fact they all stemmed from the isekai genre. We were so wrong. The interactions between the casts of ReZero, Shield Hero, Overlord, Tanya the Evil, and Konosuba are hilariously on point, keeping true to the characters without all that doom and gloom their shows are known for. We've even seen new additions as the series continues, including Cautious Hero. Number 5, Lupin III vs Detective Conan, the movie. What happens when the world's greatest detective takes on the world's most uncatchable thief? A delightful crime caper that pits Conan's one truth against Lupin and his devilish luck. While far mellower than what Lupin fans might expect from something starring Fujiko, watching these two unorthodox intellects try to trip one another up makes for a great time. Their eventual team-up may have been predictable, but they proved to be an unstoppable force together that they could probably bring down the Black Organization within a day. Number 4, speaking of crossovers, don't forget about Alien vs Predator, Gintama.
ちょっと待って銀ちゃん、こいつらの放送枠木曜の夕方6時からある。
それって前の銀玉の枠じゃないですか。
Gin and the rest have parodied so many other anime that it's sometimes a shocker they didn't get sued to hell and back. Among their many dalliances with the fourth wall, slice-of-life comedy Sket Dance came under fire multiple times, in the most endearing Gintama way of course. This eventually led to a legitimate crossover that saw Oddjob's Gin actually clash with the Helpers Club over such issues as having a parallel premise occupying their old time slots and other craziness, to the point where the whole thing becomes a whirl of WTF.
いい加減にしてくれへんかな。もう締めに入っとんねん。どんだけ派手になりたかったんや。
Number 3, Yu-Gi-Oh! Bonds Beyond Time.
精霊を操る類まれなデュエリスト。
名前が売れてて光栄だぜ。
A failed student, a guy on a motorcycle, and a kid with ancient Egyptian personality disorder all walk into a card to prevent the destruction of time. That's not a terrible joke, that's the premise of what might be the most outlandish Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie to date. Taking on a time-traveling madman whose world was somehow devastated because of card games, the protagonists of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX and 5Ds team up for a 3 vs 1 duel that is sure to get any duelist pumping. Sure, the premise is insane, but it's a treat for fans. Number 2, Fairy Tail Cross Rave.
何あんた。私、エリ。
Oh yeah, Rave Master was a thing back in the day. At least until Hiro Mashima found overwhelming success with Natsu and the mages over at Fairy Tail, wherein Haru and his Ten Commandments sword were left behind.
そこのお前、大丈夫か？具合悪そうだな。
Thankfully, both of Mashima's works were brought to the forefront together in a surprising, fun reunion of sorts that had both casts crossing blades before teaming up to cause some mayhem on the unlucky bad guys. Number 1, history's strongest collaboration versus Glutton of the Sea, One Piece. Now this is how you do a crossover. What's the plot here? Oh, who cares? It's a tournament arc featuring Luffy, Goku, and Toriko beating the hell out of each other with all the bells and whistles. It's so in your face and surface level, yet the hype could not be more real. Say what you will about why a Super Saiyan would struggle against a Super Chef and a Rubber Man, it's still awesome to see them battle it out. Our one complaint? We needed way more focus on the fight between Zoro, Vegeta, and Zebra. Let's be honest guys, they're the most interesting characters out of the bunch. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.